Kia ora whānau, I'm Strategy Māori. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to discuss a question that I always get asked on TikTok. I'm going to answer it here because TikTok don't like me showing my firearms. How to get a gun license in Australia. Let's just kick straight off into it. First of all, who am I? I am Māori and I come from Aotearoa. I moved to Australia 21 years ago, so I'm an Australian citizen and I live here on the Gold Coast in Australia, and I am a Category H licensed firearms holder. So that means I can own and I can shoot things like this. This is my Sig Sauer P320 chambered in at 9mm. If you want one of these, you want to apply for a license to hold one of these, I'm going to tell you how. First of all, Australian gun laws. They're known as being some of the most strictest gun laws in the world. Is that true? Yes, it is true. It is quite strict here to own a firearm. For instance, you cannot own a firearm for the purpose of self-protection. But I'm going to get into genuine reasons soon. This video is purely how I got my Category H firearms license. This in Australia is considered a Category H. Obviously, there's multiple categories for multiple firearms. This is considered a Category H. It is a handgun, a pistol, it is a concealable firearm. There are 4 classes in Category H. The first class is air pistol. The second class is a caliber not more than 38. The third class is caliber more than 38, both centerfire. And then the fourth class in Category H, I believe, is rimfire, so 22s, etc. I want to start off by saying this is providing that you don't have a criminal record, criminal history, you're all clear, you're mentally stable, you're not a fucking psycho, okay? Gun laws in Australia, they're so strict. Why? Look, they are a little bit strict. Are they annoying? No, they're not as annoying as you think they may be, but I find that everyone who talks on this topic doesn't even hold a firearms license. So let me clarify a few of these questions. Now, is it true the process is long? Yes. That's probably the annoying thing about the firearms license, is that the process is very long. It's bloody long as. There's multiple wait times that you have to go through, but I'm going to go through that today. Can anyone own a firearm? No, not anyone can own a firearm. Obviously, if you just got out of prison and you all of a sudden want to decide you want to shoot some fucking metal targets, they're not going to let you have a firearm. Sorry, not my calling. That's just how it is. Let me touch back on the topic of can you own a firearm for self-defense, because I get a lot of Australians on my TikTok that are confused about it, and some say yes you can, some say no you can't, some say it depends. Fuck, I'm going to cut it straight down the middle, bro. You cannot own a firearm anywhere in Australia for the purpose of self-defense. It's not my fucking ruling. That's the ruling of the law. Let's get into it. Step 1 is genuine reason. It doesn't matter what you think your reason is. It doesn't matter what I think my reason is. There's only one genuine reason the law sees that you can hold a firearm, and that is simply for sports or target shooting, which means you can only use your Category H firearm at an approved range for the purpose of sports or target shooting. You cannot use it on private property that's not approved. You cannot use it at home. You cannot use it bloody anywhere else that's not an approved range for sport or target shooting. That is the only genuine reason the Australian law will allow you to have a firearms license as a genuine reason. Step 2, there is a form, and it's going to be your first form you ever fill out and hand in. Your QP 515 statement of eligibility to join an approved pistol shooting club. One of the requirements, many requirements to have a Category H, is that you must be an approved member of an approved pistol club. Before you can even become a member, you need to be approved by weapons licensing. Weapons licensing are the department that handle all the laws and the rules pertaining firearms in Queensland. You have to fill out a form QP 515. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like this. It's 2 pages long. You fill out all your details. You tell them that, yeah, you're proper fit to, handle a firearm. You got no bloody disabilities that will impact or impede the use of a firearm, etc., etc. Once you've filled out this form, you then take it to your local police station and hand it in. Side note, a lot of police officers haven't seen this form. So if you get one of those police officers and they don't know what to do with it, it's very simple. You fill out most of the form. On the back here, sorry if you can't see it, the police officer will fill out half of the last page there. Now, it is very important that the police officer takes your form and sends it to weapons licensing in your behalf. They have to do it. When I went, the police officer never seen a form before. He filled it out. the parts he needed to. He gave it back to me and he said, have fun shooting. I had to kindly let him know, hey look, I think you got to send it off to weapons licensing for me. That's what happens. So that's the form QP515. Download it, fill it out, hand it into your local police station. They then send it to weapons licensing. This comes on to your first long wait. It's going to take roughly 12 weeks to hear back from weapons licensing to see if you've been approved or not. If you have been approved, they will send you a letter in the mail that you then need to take to your local pistol club. Then and only then can you become a member of that club. What happens after you join that pistol club? You go on a 6-month probation. So within that 6 months, there are a couple of things that you need to do and you need to complete. The first thing you need to do is you need to complete 3 club participation shoots. That was the most trickiest thing for me because I didn't understand it, but it's super easy and I'll explain it in another video. Don't stress about it. It's real easy. The other thing you have to do is you have to complete a registered training course, or a safety course, in regards to the categories of firearms that you want to own. Obviously category H, and they also do category A and B, which is rifles and shotguns. It's best to do them both together because then you can apply for your licenses for all firearms. Now through that time, how do you get to shoot if you're unlicensed? I was very lucky. I met my mentor on day 1. I just wanted to learn, and so my mentor was willing to take me under his wing. He let me shoot his firearms through the 6-month probation. He showed me ammunition. He taught me gun safety. He taught me everything that I know that I do now. My mentor taught me. So I was very lucky to have someone take me under their wing. If you don't have someone to take you under their wing when you first start out and join a club, what usually happens is the club manager, they'll have new club member nights. So you can attend those nights and you get paired with someone who is licensed, and they basically teach you things, safety and all that stuff, and how to shoot a firearm. And then you're able to do your club participation shoot through the club manager, who will take you out on the range one-on-one and run you through it all. So it's no stress if you don't have a mentor, if you don't have someone to take you under their wing. It's totally fine. You can still go ahead and do it. Just get chatting to the guys down there. Most of them are really nice, and just start through that way. After your 6 months probation is done, you've completed your safety course, you've done your club participation shoots, then you can finally apply online for your license. So you go online to weapons licensing, all the links will be below for it, and then you fill out the forms online. It's pretty cheap, it's not too bad. I'll run through the license costs in another video, but basically you fill your form out online, you upload all your documents. You will need a letter from your club manager just to say that you are a financial member of the club. You'll need to upload your safety certificate, and you'll need to upload your 3 participation shoots. Once you've done all that, then you need to take a photo. Just take a photo on your phone. They have a system on their application form where you can just upload your photo straight to the website, pay your fee, and then it gets processed. This is your 2nd long wait. Well, sorry, 3rd, including your 6-month probation. You need to leave! After some time, now it took me 20 weeks because I happened to go through it, pre-COVID. After about roughly 20 weeks, it's a give or take, you will get an email from weapons licensing. And if everything checks out and they're happy with your info and it's all good, then you have to do what's called a proof of identity. What that is you just take 100 points of ID down to your local post office and you basically just prove who you are. They sign you off, blah, blah, blah. They email weapons licensing back, and then literally maybe a week after that, you'll hear from weapons licensing. They'll say, look, yep, all good, you've been approved. And then a week after that, you'll typically get your license in the mail. When I got my license in the mail, my card in the mail, it was one of the happiest days of my life because the process was so long and I worked so hard for it, and it was a massive thing on my bucket list that I wanted to complete. So yeah, that is the most simplified way of explaining in entirety the process of getting your category H or handgun license in Queensland, Australia. I'm not 100% sure whether it's the same for other states. I'm sure someone else can clarify that, but today we're just going to talk about how to get a gun license here in Queensland, Australia. I will do many more videos to come explaining a lot of different things because on my TikTok people ask hundreds of questions and I just can't answer them there because TikTok is quite strict with things like firearms and shaking your ass. So yeah, but in saying that, there's a bloody doctor on there who can fucking cut guys' titties open, pull out their fucking boob fat and post that shit. I don't understand that. This is purely for educational purposes. What you do with this information is on you. This is just answering the most asked question I get on TikTok. Thank you for staying tuned. See you next time.